Okay, we're live on both.
Hi everybody, here we are doing our Cook the States, and today we're coming to you from Michigan, where I'm visiting my mom and my sister. I'm cooking
Say hello.
in my mom's cottage at the moment, and the recipe that won was fudge, the Mackinac Island fudge. So this is specific fudge to Michigan, so that's why we're making it. And Mackinac Island is a little island that's sort of between the south and north peninsulas of the state of Michigan. It's an island where people go for holiday. There are no cars. You know, it's one of those kinds of places. I've never actually been, but I'd love to go. And today, that's what won the vote, so I'm going to make that fudge. Here we go. Just went out and bought some supplies this morning, so this is again, and I'm using the pans that I have available to me. So we're doing 2 cups of sugar. I asked my mom if she had a heavy bottom pan, and she said she did, but it was full of fat that she uses for various things. Because my mom grew up in a time when you'd use everything and keep your fat, I guess. Right, Mom?
Right. It always had a big black cauldron of fat.
So instead of trying to figure out how to get the fat out of the heavy bottom pan, I am using a cast iron pan here. So 2 cups of sugar, half a cup of butter. I'm sorry, 2 cups of sugar, half a cup of milk, and then butter. And then butter comes to mix.
To show you what it looks like in Michigan today.
And then I'm going to add the half a cup of butter. And this I'm going to bring to a boil. So this part of Michigan is an interesting place. I in fact used to come and visit relatives here in the summer when I was a kid. And we're right on the lake. In fact, later I will put a picture of the lake on one of our stories. And one of the things I do remember about the lake is that it will actually freeze in the winter. It doesn't look like it's frozen this winter. But I remember one time when the lake was frozen as a kid. I think I was about 6 or 7. And my oldest brother, Jamil, went out onto the ice. And he told me not to follow him, but I figured if he could do it, then I could do it too. And so I did, and then I fell through the ice. And I remember falling through and the ice coming up to my chest, and it was very freezing. And Jamil pulled me out, and then to this day reminds me and tells me that he saved my life, which I don't think he did. I think he enticed me to come out there. I think he was trying to kill me.
That doesn't sound right.
No.
No.
And
When you get tired of stirring, I'll stir for you.
okay. You want to come over and stir?
Yeah, there. I will.
Right. So I want to bring this to a boil. So you're going to keep stirring until it starts to boil, or you're going to get your sister to keep stirring until it starts to boil, which is also another way to do it.
Which takes quite a while.
Takes a little while, but your stirring technique is excellent.
Oh, thank you. I've been working on my stirring technique.
Excellent.
So what happens once you get it to a boil?
So once we get it to a boil, then I'm going to let it boil for like 2 minutes so that it really incorporates and gets the sugar nice and gooey. And then we'll take it off the heat This is on the heat, right?
Well, Rosa says good morning, chef.
Good morning. I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying this.
I thought I'd give you a hand so you could go. Be useful also.
I like supervising just like that. So this is my little sister, who has a very good stirring technique. Now it's
Savings
starting
like
to boil.
every day.
I used to make my little sister cups of tea all the time whenever she
Oh,
wanted.
yeah. That's my brother.
Okay, it was the other way around. She used to always make me tea. Okay, I think we're good. Let's see. Yeah, so now it's starting to boil here, so we're going to let it boil for a couple of minutes without stirring.
Okay.
And
2 minutes.
2 minutes. And hope it doesn't boil over or anything, but we'll keep an eye on it. 2 minutes. So tell a story about your brother, Chef Tarek. A good
Chef Tarek.
complimentary story about
A
him.
good complimentary story, my brother. Gee, I'll have to reach deep for that. Nothing. If anything,
Nothing comes to mind.
Nothing. No. I mean, I would follow you from room to room.
She did her thing.
I just thought I said you do well for many years,
Mm-hmm.
and never got a kind word in return.
No, never. So then we're letting this boil now, and we're almost
Take
there.
pictures off the
Look at this,
Yeah.
this squirrel out here. I don't know if you can see.
This
He
squirrel.
was hanging upside down. He looked cute.
He's also watching the fudge.
Yes. Yes, squirrel fudge. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to add some marshmallows and some chocolate, and then once that's done, we'll put it into a pan. Of course, it has to cool, so I won't be able to taste it immediately, but I'll come on later when it's actually hardened, and we'll try it then.
See? So this day.
Okay. I want to turn this down a bit because it's moving a little bit. Okay, so that's 2 minutes. I'm taking off the heat. And I'm going to put in the marshmallows. And I'm going to stir them. Oh, thank you. We were just cooking a bunch of stuff here.
So you're stirring these until
I'm stirring
they
these
melt.
until they melt. And I like using little mushrooms. You can make mushroom fudge. I like using little marshmallows because they melt more easily than the bigger ones. So once these melt, I will incorporate the chocolate in there. And the chocolate is, there's 3 different kinds of chocolate in here. There's semi-sweet chocolate, there's milk chocolate, and there is unsweetened chocolate. So it should give it a nice, rich, chocolatey flavor. Okay, we're getting there.
Guys, smells good. I think it's gonna taste really good.
Okay, so that, if you can hear any barking, that's
Mop.
Mop the dog.
And
That's-
muffin.
And
And that's Muffin, that's Muffin the other dog who wants to be mentioned. So this is the semi-sweet and the milk chocolate chips.
Perfect.
And perfect. And now it's starting to become fudgy.
You want the other chocolate?
Yep. If you could just put it in. So this is the unsweetened chocolate that we put in as well.
Say hello to Mop the dog. This is Mop. Hi. Just whilst you're busy stirring. And spilling.
And spilling. Just need a bit, it gets
That's what happens when you go live.
Well, I mean, you know, making a mess in the kitchen is not an unusual thing. Especially when you're using a small pot like this, because the need for something heavy. You wouldn't want to make this on something using a pot that had a very thin layer to it, because it would be very easy to burn your ingredients. So you definitely want to have something that's heavy. Anyway, and the last ingredient that goes in here now is the little bit of vanilla, which we only really need like half a teaspoon. So I'll put about there, and stir that in. That.
That's going to be so good.
Very good.
I'll have to taste it first.
The official taste tester.
All right, and if I could have the, thank you so much. Your spatula handling technique is also very good.
Thank you very
You
much.
know.
I spent years handing you things.
Well,
You know, teaspoon
it's paid
sugar
off.
for your tea.
It's paid off.
Your tea.
Paid off. Well done.
Thank you.
Oof,
Doesn't that look yummy?
that looks so
Looks really
good.
Shame you'll have to leave it here.
That is true. We're going to have to leave it here.
Why?
Uh,
I'm taking it with me.
why not?
Just kidding. Okay. So,
Oof.
there we go. That is Mackinac Island fudge. And it looks fabulous.
But now we have to, what do we have to do?
So now we just have to let it cool. And as it cools, it will solidify and
Disappear from the.
it will disappear. Some people call it disappearing fudge because it gets eaten so fast. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to cook this, use the hashtag #CookTheStates. I'm always trying to remember. And we are going to come back and have a quick taste of this a little bit later on, as soon as it solidifies, and we can eat it and tell you how good it is. So see you soon.
Live, and we're live on both.
Hello everybody. So we made the fudge earlier today for the Cook the States challenge, and today is Michigan, and we're doing Mackinac Island fudge, and I am going to cut into the fudge now that it has had time to harden, and we're gonna taste it. I'll give the first piece of fudge to my sister because she did such good stirring.
That's right. I stir very well.
It's what made it so tasty.
How is it?
Of course.
Of course.
It's really good.
Yeah?
It's
Excellent.
really, really good.
And Mom, would you like some?
I'll take a little bite, yeah, thank you.
And then you can vouch for how very tasty it is.
Thank you. I'm sure it's delicious.
You're supposed to taste it.
Mm,
Huge.
They good?
very good. So I would recommend
My goodness, it's delicious.
that you
What a surprise she's
I would recommend that you make some Mackinac Island fudge and enjoy with what do you enjoy fudge with? Hot cup
Here.
of coffee, cup
Cocoa.
of tea, cocoa. So next time we are doing Cook the States. Our state is going to be Colorado, and as always, we will put out a couple of different recipes that hopefully you will vote on, and I'll make that next week. See you then.